everyone, welcome back. Today we are building in the world of San Sequoia, I believe that's how you pronounce it. It's the world that came with growing together. This is actually a build I built a little while ago. It's actually a continuation of the grandparent house I did. So if you guys want to check that out, I will link that video to this video. But yeah, I had that as a the other house was a grandparent house, and I figured this was the house for their single mother daughter. Their daughter that's a single mother. um, so yeah, you'll see because in that build, I did an upstairs for the kids as like their attic, like their converted attic, and then this is the house for the actual their daughter who's the mother, and then her two kids. Um, but in this build, you could fit like downstairs is the main suite, so that's where like the parents would live if you wanted to use this house for like a big family or whatever, however you want to play with this. But yeah, downstairs there's like a main bedroom for the parents or whatever. Um, with an attached bathroom. There's actually two bathrooms downstairs. Next to it is one that only has access from the hallway. So for like guest sims or whatnot, so you could lock the bedroom door if you want or whatever you want to do. And then upstairs there's two bedrooms, and then like a Jack and Jill bathroom in between for the kids to use. Um, the one bedroom I made for like a child girl. Um, but it's pretty big, and I put bunk beds in there. Under the bunk bed, I believe I put a desk, but you could always get rid of the desk and add another bed in there. And then the other room I made for originally my sim had an infant, but then in my game it grew up to a toddler, so I needed to put a toddler bed in this build. So upstairs in the other bedroom, I made it where there's a bunk bed with a regular bed on top. I put a toddler bed underneath, and then I also added a crib in that so you could have an infant or a baby or whatnot. So you could fit about three kids in that one bedroom and two in the other. So you could have about five children in this house plus the adults because like I said, downstairs is like the main bedroom. So you could have two adults. So you could have this could be a seven sim household if you wanted to. So yeah, it's a pretty big house. And to be honest, you can get rid of the crib and add more beds. You can get rid of the toddler bed, add another crib. Like you could kind of convert this how you need it to. So, yeah, it's a big house and I really like the way it turned out. I did not change. I believe this house is the way it came in the game. I just changed the inside and the layout of the inside and everything, but the house I left alone. Like I just took whatever house was here and I just changed the whole interior design, like layout and everything, and then I added like I changed the outdoors. But this house is actually how it came with the game structurally, like outside. I just changed colors, I just changed windows, but I didn't like delete this lot and build it by myself. This time I just kind of, converted it to how I needed it. Um, but yeah, here we're moving on to this is the kitchen. Moving on, we're working on the kitchen. It's not a very big kitchen, but I think it's big enough. It was a little bit of an awkward shape. The kitchen layout was pretty nice, but where the dining room table was, I wasn't sure how I was gonna fit it. But I liked this long dining room table here, and I know it's against the wall, but I still fit four chairs on there. So there's plenty of space. They could always eat in the living room. Sims don't always sit at the table to eat. Like me in real life. But yeah, I think there's still four chairs, so it's plenty of space. And I don't know, I kind of like the way it was like kind of in that little nook area, like against the wall. Like, they kind of just didn't have space, so they just shoved this table in there to use it. But it's still functional, and I think there's still plenty of space, so I like the way it looks. I went with kind of a neutral on the cabinets and everything, but I went very heavily with green in this build. Green is actually my favorite color. And I just love that sage green that came with this pack, like in the some of the wallpapers and like the tiling and stuff. It's just so pretty, and I just love that color. So I went very heavily with green in this build. So this is pretty much a very green house. As you can tell by the curtains, you'll see the other curtains I use. I made them green. Um, these rugs, and I think the parents' bedroom downstairs, I pretty sure I went with like that sage green color also, but I just think it was like really pretty, and it just goes really nice with these neutral like tan colors and the whites, and it just kind of makes it look like, I don't know, like clean and fresh, and it just looks really pretty. So I just like the way it came out. But yeah, I just, like I said, it's a very small kitchen, but it's totally functional. There's everything you need. There's a fridge. I use the new fridge and the new stove from the Growing Together pack, which I absolutely love. And the bathrooms, I used all the new items like the shower and everything. So I love that shower, and I kind of use that in every build now. So it's just so pretty. But yeah, so that's kind of just the kitchen, and then we have a living room, and then that's just like an entryway. There's like a little hallway, and like I said, to the right is back there is the main bedroom, and then the attached is a main bathroom, and then another little bathroom downstairs. So you'll see me get to that soon. Right now, we're just working on the living room. This build kind of came together pretty easily. I didn't struggle too much. Usually I'm like, okay, I don't know what color I'm going to go with. I don't know what wallpaper. I don't know the layout. Like, usually couches I struggle with because I'm not sure how I want to place it. But I knew I wanted to keep all the windows, so I knew I had to put a TV on a stand in here. And I didn't want it to be too big. I didn't add a fireplace this build, which I probably could have, but I just didn't feel like it needed one. And I just love how this living room came out. I think it's just cute and cozy and family friendly, and with those little bear chairs that I added there, I thought those were cute for like the kids. Like with the couch and the rocking chair, it looks a little bit formal, but then the parents kind of stuck those little chairs in there for their children against the window so they could hang out and watch TV or do their homework or whatnot. So I just thought that was really cute, and I just think the colors kind of all kind of went together. They're very neutral. They don't stand out or clash too much. So I just thought it was really pretty. And that couch is from the new Growing Together pack. Well, it's not new anymore. It's a month or two old. Yeah, it came out at least a month ago, maybe two. I'm not really sure how long, but yeah, I keep saying new because when I built this build, it was new. I just haven't gotten around to posting this build yet. So if I keep saying new, I'm sorry. But yeah, so that couch came with the Growing Together pack, and it's just so pretty, and I just like that um, it kind of looks like nicer, like a little bit more like of a nicer couch. It's not like run down or anything, but it looks kind of like used, like a family. It's been loved over the years, and the family has really like hung out on the couch and just watching movies and whatnot. So I just love it, and I love the throw blanket on the back. I just love that little detail. I think that's so cute. And I'm just really glad the Sims kind of went with those little details on the furniture and everything. And as you can see, I added those sage green curtains. I think I used those in like almost this whole downstairs. At least I'm pretty sure I used them in the bedroom too. So they're just so pretty. I think they either came with cats and dogs or seasons. Maybe they have the seasons ones. I'm not positive, but I really like those curtains. I use them a lot in my build. They're just nice, and they're kind of basic, but the color swatches are so pretty. And then I just did a bunch of little clutter behind the couch, as you saw, like the new little toy bin with the little basket and the little new backpacks. Oh my god, those backpacks are so adorable. I love the swatches. So I had to use a bunch of those. I thought those were so cute, and maybe the kids just kind of throw their backpacks there when they come home and they just do their homework in the living room. But yeah, now we're on to this is just the entranceway when you walk through the front door. I didn't do anything too crazy in here. I just did one of these, what do you call them? I want to call it a stand, but I know it's not. A wooden chest. I don't know, whatever it's called. I just added that. That's from the pack 2, the Growing Together pack. It's really pretty. I like the way it looks. And then I just cluttered it up with a bunch of clutter items, I think from like the Everyday Clutter Kit, and maybe I used mainly that one. I really do like that because I feel like you could use that a lot in all your builds. So I like that pack a lot. And then I just did a little seating area over here, and I used that whiteboard. I think that's from the university pack, with the little whiteboard where you could like write. It has like the months and stuff, like you could keep like the calendar so you can keep track. I just thought that was really cute to have there because maybe the family, like, if the kids have like a soccer game or dance practice or whatnot, like you kind of write it on the calendar so you remember, okay, this day we have this activity going on. So I thought that was really cute to kind of put out there, that maybe your Sims kind of write down their activities for the week so they remember where they need to be. But I kind of like adding that to the family builds because I think it adds a little bit more, personalization and a little bit more character to the builds. Um, but yeah, this is just the downstairs. This is the downstairs like guest bathroom. Like this is the bathroom. Like if your guests or whatnot have to go, they would use this one. It's right off the hallway. They have total access. They don't need to go down the hallway into the bedroom or anything. So I wanted to have that as like just a little powder room, I guess you would call it, because it doesn't have a shower or anything. So yeah, it's just like a powder room. And then this bathroom is the one that you can access from the main bedroom. So this is for like uh, parent Sims or whatever, the main Sims that you have in this house. But I did go again. I did use that sage green color. I love that shower with the sage green and the little gold details. And I did the matching sink and the matching mirror. And I just think it's so pretty. And I think it goes so well with that green color. So yeah, I love it. I just love how all the colors just go, they're so cohesive in this pack and everything. It's just so pretty. So I did that. It's not overly cluttered, and like I said, I did this build before the update came, where you could clip the items to the back of the sink and everything. So I kind of had to like place them myself, if you saw. Um, but yeah, I'm loving that they added that to the game, that update where now you can just clip items to, the sink and the toilet and all that. I think it's great, and I'm so glad. But yeah, now we're moving on to the main bedroom, and this bed I used is from the high school years pack. It is so pretty, and I love that bedspread. I think that's my favorite swatch on this bed. I just love the green and the gold, and I thought it matched perfectly with like the bathroom fixtures and everything. Like all the colors just went together, so I knew, like, I had it in the back of my mind that I was using this bed before, like when I was doing the bathroom. Like I knew I was gonna do this one. And I love it. I love like the bed frame and just the bed sheets and the colors, and it's just so pretty. And even the lamps that are on the side tables, those are from the high school pack. The greens and the golds match perfectly with the curtains, and it all came together so easily because the swatches matched perfectly. So thank you, EA and The Sims, for having matching swatches, because it makes building so much easier when, you have it in the back of your mind. You're like, okay, this is this color, so I'm going to use this. So it just makes the builds come together that much easier, and it just brings the whole room together, and it just looks so cohesive and pretty and sophisticated. And yeah, I absolutely love it. And, yeah, like I said, this build came together pretty fast for me because everything just worked well together. I didn't really have to think about it. Um, and I wasn't really second guessing myself. As soon as I put something down, I'm like, okay, this is what I'm using. This is what I'm using. Because usually I have a hard time. The wallpaper kind of gave me a little bit of a struggle. But I think this wallpaper, I don't know if this is, I think it came with the family one, the one before Growing Together. Why can't I think of the name of it? But yeah, I think it came with that pack, and it just looked really nice, and it was just kind of basic with that wood paneling on the bottom. So I kind of just used that through the whole house. I kind of did different colors though, I think. Maybe not. Maybe I used the same colors throughout the whole house, but I just copied that into that bedroom because it just worked really well, and it went with the green, and it was just that nice like tan and white color. So yeah, that just worked out perfectly. And then here I'm gonna work on the upstairs. So as you can see, this bedroom over here will be for the little girl. You could always change the colors and everything if you want to, but I had that as my little girl room. And then this bedroom over here, I made it kind of more for boys. Um, but it doesn't really matter. You could have whatever you want in whatever bedroom. It's up to you. That's just the color scheme I was going with. But yeah, here, this is more of like the toddler baby room. Like I said, I put a bunk bed in there just in case like you had more kids. But I wanted to make sure I had a toddler bed and a crib in here. So like I said, you could have a toddler, you could have a baby, and then if you do have another child or something in here, you could do that. Um, but yeah, so I really like that wallpaper. I think I stuck with it this time too, because the green in that matches this rug right here, and I love that rug with the mountains on it that are like that blue color and everything. And the wallpaper kind of looks like mountains. So if you notice in my other builds, I've done that before where I've used this wallpaper with that rug. It's just the colors go so well together and the pattern goes really well with that rug. So I just had to do it again because it was so pretty. And the wallpaper is kind of green and pink. So, this is kind of like a universal bedroom. It can go for boys, girls, whatever you want. Um, so yeah, I just really like that. The wallpaper is from um, the Dream Home Decorator. So it's kind of weird that that pack goes with this pack so well, but like I said, it just looks like mountains, and I just love the colors, and I just think it matches really nicely. So yeah, I just use that, and then in here. This half of the room, I kind of divided it a little bit. You'll see later I put like a rocking chair in here and it kind of like splits up the room a little bit. But yeah, so this half is like for the toddler or child or whatever you have or both in here with the bunk bed, and I put a bunch of toys over there and like a little bookcase and everything. And then I made the other half of the bedroom for like the baby and everything. And as you can see, I put like this little rocking chair kind of in the middle of the floor, so it kind of like broke up the room a little bit. And I just wanted to look sort of separated, but of course it's one big room, but I just needed it to be a little, you know, it all kind of went together, but it was all kind of separate at the same time, if that makes sense. But I kind of like doing that with big rooms, is like having it like one side and then the other side to kind of just make it look like it's not one just big giant mess of a room. But I think it really came together nicely. I think all the colors came together nicely. I used that really pretty rug underneath the bed over here from High School Pack, which those greens kind of went with the wallpaper and the other rug and the crib, and like the yellow flowers kind of match the wood tone on all the other furniture. So I think this room just kind of came together really nicely. It's just very cohesive. All the blues kind of just go together. They don't kind of like clash or anything. So I just think it looks really nice. And like I said, I just love the color swatches that they came with and how they did this pack and how it kind of goes with other packs in the game too, so you can like mix and match. I think they did a really good job with that. So yeah, I'm happy, and I love building with this furniture and everything and all the infant items and stuff. So yeah, I think that room came out really cute. But now we're moving on to the little girl's room, and like I said, here I just put like a a bunk bed, and then I left the desk underneath because I figured like in my game I only have like one sim in here, but you could always get rid of the desk and add another bed. So you could have two sims in this room if you really want. But I did that, and then I added just a bunch of activities because I felt like this sim was just, she's this the sim is just into everything. Like she's very smart, she's very creative, she's very outgoing. So I just wanted to add a bunch of activities for this sim so they have like so much to do to keep themselves busy. So I added like the that science table. I added an arts and crafts table, a dollhouse. I just added plenty of activities to keep the Sims busy because I feel like the rooms were so big that I had to fill them up. But I didn't want them to look overly like cluttered either. Like I didn't want it to look like a mess, but I wanted it to look like these kids, have a lot to do, and it's kind of hard to keep your Sims busy sometimes. So I was just trying to do that. So there's plenty of stuff so the Sims can like gain skills and all that, so they could gain their knowledge and creativity and all that, because that's like one of the goals to get your kids maybe like an A student or whatnot in the game. So yeah, I just wanted to have plenty in there for them to do, and it's very pink. It's very pink and purple, which is not usually my style. I'm not a very pink and purple person. I like to wear a lot of black and dark colors. But when it comes to The Sims and kids, I like to kind of express myself a little bit and go a little outside of my comfort zone. So I wanted to make this bedroom look very girly, and I love the wallpaper from the pastel pop kit that's on the wall, and the new rug, that little fluffy rug. I think it's so pretty. So I use those, and then the bedding just matched like really nicely with all of it. So it all just kind of came together, and all the pinks and the purples just kind of went together. Like they didn't clash again. Like all the swatches worked really well together. So again, good job, EA. Thank you for having a bunch of swatches that we could work together. But yeah, then in the middle there is going to be the like Jack and Jill type of bathroom. I added a door from the toddler room and from the little girl room on each side so they can get on from each bedroom. I just kind of like that because I figured like kids kind of share bathrooms. A lot of houses have like Jack and Jill bathrooms where kids are sharing it or whatnot. So I just like kind of doing that in my builds, especially this was such a big upstairs and I only had the two bedrooms. So this bathroom was pretty huge. But I figured if you have all these kids sharing it, it's not going to be a small bathroom, and it left me plenty of space to do like counter space. I was able to add the nice shower from the Growing Together pack. So it was plenty of space to do all the furniture and then a bunch of clutter. And I just think it came out really cute. And I did add two different like toothbrushes and everything because I wanted it to look like the right side is maybe where like the girl uses, so I added a lot of pink, and I used like the messy, like that's from the bathroom clutter kit, like that little box with all like the brushes and stuff on it. Like I wanted to use the messier things because I figured like if kids are using this bathroom, they're gonna be a lot messier than adults. So not like the towels are all like the messy swatch and everything because kids don't care. They're just gonna throw it back up there and walk away. So I just like that. And then I used a bunch of the stickers from the bathroom clutter kit too because I think those are really cute and I like adding those to kids' bathrooms because they just add a little bit more character and a little bit more personalization to a kid's bathroom. So I really like those stickers. I think they're adorable. I love the little cats that are like brushing their teeth or like taking a bath. I just think that's just so cute, and I just had to use it. And then the wallpaper, I think that wallpaper is also from the Parenthood pack. That's what it's called, Parenthood pack. um, it's yeah, I think it's from that one. It has like little, I don't know if those are clouds or bubbles, but in my head they kind of look like bubbles. So I put that in the bathroom because I just thought it matched really well, and it matched the flooring from the Growing Together pack. And yeah, like I said, it just looked like bubbles. So it kind of like went into a bathroom type of, you know, it just looked like a wallpaper you would use in a bathroom. So yeah, I just did that because I thought it was really cute. And then here I'm just adding a few things to the hallway. I didn't do anything crazy. I was trying to like add pictures and stuff like that in this, but it just felt like it was too much. So I left the hallway pretty plain. I don't know if I leave that sloth thing up on the wall. I don't think I ended up liking the way it looked, so I might have gotten rid of that, but I can't remember. But I just added a cute little picture of like animals, like it's like a little dog and a bunny and a cat. I think that one's really cute. I forget what pack that came with though. I don't use it very often, but when I can use it in a build for like kids and whatnot, I try because I do really like it. I think it's a cute picture. It's just, you can't use it in every build, I don't think, but it's definitely cute. And then here I'm just adding stuff to the downstairs hallway that leads to the main bedroom. Like I said, I didn't do a lot of clutter in here either. I just added this cute little table with a couple things on it. I added a little clock on the wall. I think I ended up adding some plants and whatnot, but I didn't go too crazy in here because I didn't think it really needed too much. Like I said, I usually overly clutter my builds a lot. But I was having a hard time just kind of filling in like hallway space and stuff like that. Like it's kind of hard when it comes to that. Like, I don't know what to put in there, so I always end up just putting like a table with clutter on it, and like I said, maybe a clock or plants or whatnot, just to kind of fill in the space and make it look full, but not too full. But yeah, I think it came out cute, and it's just kind of plain and basic, and it's a hallway. I don't think you need much in a hallway. And then here I just added a few more pictures to the staircase because I felt like the walls looked kind of bare, so I just kind of added some pictures just to make it look not so blah bland, I guess I should say. But yeah, I think it came out cute. And then I'm just adding a couple more pictures to the walls because I realized I didn't add any to the living room or the dining room, and I really like that picture with like the pancakes and stuff on it. I think it's really cute. I think that came from Dine Out, but I think that looks really cute in a kitchen or whatnot, like over the dining table and stuff like that. So yeah, I did that. And now we are moving on to the outside. So this is like the little backyard. I fenced it off here. It's not very big, but it's big enough to fit, enough stuff for the Sims. Um, Up here, I think I just did a grill and some planters. And the screenshots, I added a candle maker for my Sim because I needed it for my gameplay. I can't remember if I deleted it or I left it. So in the screenshots, that little deck might look a little different because I think I moved the planters over and added like the candle maker from the Eco Lifestyle pack. So yeah, in the screenshots, that might look just slightly different, but it's not. I didn't change it much. Like I said, I just moved the planters and added the candle thing. But then the yard was not very big, but I ended up fitting more than I thought I would. And I've been really liking making these little sandboxes, because you can have your Sims like play in the sand and build like sand castles and that kind of stuff. So I don't know, I just think it's kind of fun for like kids to have. And I've been doing that in a lot of my builds. So I did this little sandbox, and I added like the little jungle gym and a little slide for the toddler in there, because I just thought it looked really cute to have like maybe your toddler slides into the sandbox and then makes like a sandcastle. I just like doing that. I think it's a really cute thing. And then I added the swing that came from Growing Together, which I think you had to pre-order the game to get that swing. Like I think it was part of that pre-order pack. So yeah, if you didn't pre-order it, you didn't get those extra stuff. I think the slide and the swing came from that, so they might not show up in your build if you download this. But yeah, I just did that, and like I said, that was it for the backyard. Now I'm just kind of doing the front. I just added a little seating area. I didn't do anything crazy. I did add the tree house to this build, because like I said, when I built this, it's when the game first came out, so I was trying to use every item from the new pack. And yeah, I added the tree house. I think in the screenshots you'll see it together, because I had my sim end up like building it and having it like all together when I took the screenshots. But yeah, if you just saw that, I had to switch my game to summer because all the plants I was trying to put out were dead. Because I was actually in winter when I was building. And I was like, oh, that doesn't look very good. So yeah, I have MC Command Center and the UI cheat, I think UI extension cheat in my game. I don't play my game without those two things. Like those are always in my game. But I think the UI extension is what you can use to change like time or the weather, or like you could use it to or add money, add simoleons. You just like right click on everything. And then you could change it. So I just right clicked on like where the weather is on the bottom of the screen, and it just asked me what season I wanted, and I picked summer so I can have all my plants like growing and green and everything for the build. But yeah, so I that's what it's called, the UI cheat extension. You could just look it up on Google or whatnot, just to download it for your game. But yeah, anyway, I'm just adding a bunch of wildflowers and stuff like that in the front yard, a little bit of wild grass to make it look a little unkept or whatnot. But that's it for the build. So if you guys like it, please like and subscribe. I really, really appreciate it. And I will see you guys in the next one. Have a great day. Bye.
On my way to a weekend rumble, I forgot to check where the